Hello, Army. Is it really true that Kim Taehyung was left behind in the middle of such an important moment? Or are millions of emotional eyes simply piecing together fragments that were never meant to tell the full story? That question didn't just appear. It lingered, heavy and unresolved, spreading across the hearts of fans around the world who, for a brief moment that night, felt as if time itself had slowed down. What began as an ordinary live broadcast quietly transformed into something far deeper, something more fragile and far more emotional than anyone had expected. No one was prepared for it. No one saw it coming. Because at first, everything felt completely normal. The familiar warmth of BTS filled the screen effortlessly, laughter echoed softly, light teasing flowed between the members, and that comforting sense of togetherness, the one ARMY knows so well, felt alive even through a screen. Kim Namjoon guided the conversation with calm ease, while Kim Seokjin added his signature humor, making everything feel light and natural. Min Yoonhee remained quietly observant, Jung Ha-sak carried his bright, uplifting energy, and Park Jae-min smiled gently, radiating warmth. And then there was Jungkook, unusually quiet, as if holding back thoughts he wasn't ready to share. But somewhere within that calm, something shifted. Almost imperceptibly, the focus drifted toward Taehyung. Not in an obvious way, not dramatically, but enough to feel different. As the members began to sing together, something that has always symbolized their unity, Taehyung seemed just slightly delayed. Not enough to stand out at first glance, but enough to create a pause, a small, almost invisible gap that didn't quite belong. And that pause felt strange. Not like a mistake, not like forgetfulness, but something harder to explain. Was he truly left behind for that brief second? Or was it simply the illusion of timing, of camera angles, of moments misaligned? Before anyone could answer, the moment moved forward. Taehyung began to sing, and suddenly, everything changed. His voice was soft, gentle, almost trembling, but filled with a depth of emotion that couldn't be ignored. It wasn't just singing, it was feeling. Every word carried something heavier than the melody itself, something that logic alone couldn't fully explain. The camera captured it. Eyes that shimmered slightly as if holding back tears, a smile that tried to stay steady, a breath that felt heavier than it should have been. And in that instant, fans understood. This wasn't just another performance, this was something personal. Comments flooded in within seconds, thousands of voices asking the same thing. Is he okay? Others admitted they were already crying without even knowing why. And slowly, speculation began to grow, connecting this moment to countless unseen possibilities. But just as emotions reached their peak, something unexpected happened. Jungkook moved. It wasn't dramatic, it wasn't loud, but it was undeniable. After remaining quiet for so long, he stepped closer to Taehyung, calmly, almost instinctively, as if he had been waiting for exactly that moment, as if he already knew. And when he stood beside him, everything seemed to pause. There were no words, no grand gestures, just a silence, louder than anything else. Jungkook turned slightly, looking at Taehyung with an expression that carried layers, concern, understanding, and something deeper that didn't need explanation. And then he did something simple. He joined in, not to take over, not to lead, but to match him, to follow his tone, to stay with him. A moment that lasted only seconds, but felt endless. Clips of it spread everywhere within hours, slowed down, analyzed, replayed from every angle. Fans searched for meaning in every detail, asking the same question again and again. Was this just support or something more? Because the smallest details made it impossible to ignore. The way Taehyung lowered his head slightly and Jungkook closed the distance without hesitation. No obvious touch, no dramatic action, yet his presence alone felt like reassurance. And for millions watching, it was enough. Some fans said they had never cried like that before. Others insisted this wasn't new, that Jungkook had always been attentive, but this time it felt different, more real, more raw, more exposed. Speculation only grew stronger. Was Taehyung overwhelmed that night? Were his emotions simply too much to hide? Or were fans reading too deeply into something small? There was no clear answer. But one thing remained undeniable. Jungkook's reaction was real. It happened, it was seen, and it was felt. Within hours, it dominated global conversations. Hashtags trended, videos spread, and even media outlets began calling it one of the most touching moments in recent BTS history. But behind all the noise, one question remained. Was this just a moment, or a glimpse into something deeper? Because beyond the stage, beyond the spotlight, moments like these reveal something rarely seen. The human side, the fragile side, the side that doesn't always make it to the surface. Taehyung, known for his emotional depth, has always been difficult to fully understand. One moment bright, the next completely quiet. And maybe that's what makes him real. And Jungkook, the golden maknae, may carry more than he ever shows. That night, their interaction felt like proof of something simple, yet powerful. That behind everything, they are still people who understand each other without needing words. And maybe that's why this moment stayed. Because it wasn't about perfection, it wasn't about performance, it was about presence, about being there at exactly the right time. And that's what made millions feel something they couldn't explain. Not just sadness, but something deeper, something real.